Buddy. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Kevin with Creations by Kevin, and I'm coming to you early today, which is so fun because Steve actually was off today, and so he's doing my live early. And next week, I have great news. Lori will be back, so Lori will be able to do my Facebook Lives for me at my normal time on Wednesdays, so that's exciting. Speaking of exciting, I just have a lot to share with you today. First of all, I just want to congratulate everyone, all the Stampin' Up! Demonstrators who recently were in the top 10 for sales, for recruiting, for leadership. So many of my friends were in like the top 10, top 50, even top 150. And there's a lot of demonstrators, so that's pretty exciting. So yeah, we just found that out, and so I'm pretty excited that I know a lot of you who received those special awards, that recognition. So yeah, that's very cool. So before we get going, remember that you need to do these things and sprinkle this video for all your friends to see, because today I'm going to show you something really cool that I'm super excited about. I think I say that every week, that I'm super excited about what I'm going to show you, but today I'm pretty excited to show you. So I'm going to show you a couple things before I move on. Don't forget, this is the mini catalog, and it's good until the end of December. And like I have said every week, I'm getting through more and more of these stamps. So stay tuned. And today I'm going to use another stamp set out of here. I wanted to show this last week, and I forgot because I was so excited about last week's video. But this is a candy bar wrapper that I did for my retreat. For all those who came, they got this little treat. And then they're also good to, for Halloween, so that way you can hand them out. It's just a candy bar, and how fun is that? I wanted to get the Hershey bar, but they're out, and so I got the cookies and cream. And coincidentally, the wrapper is almost like Tahitian Tide, so it kind of goes well with that. So that was kind of fun. Okay, so some of you are new to my page, and I still can't believe that I have over 600 followers in 3 weeks. It's crazy. So just to share a little bit about me, my name is Kevin Thiessen, and I have been a demonstrator since January 1996, so that means I'm old. In a couple months, I will be celebrating my 27th year as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, which is mind-blowing. The last few years, I kind of took the back seat. I moved, had trouble getting things started again, but this last year, things have gone really, really well. So I'm pretty excited where I'm at today. If you want to know more about me, you can check out my Facebook page, my personal one. But first things first, what I need to do is last week I had a contest, and I'll be having contests periodically. And the contest was for you to tell me which was your favorite Stampin' Up! Tool. And then if you told me that and why, some of you didn't say why, but follow the directions next time. If you said your favorite tool and why, then your name is going onto the Wheel of Fun. And if you could correctly guess my favorite tool, your name got in twice. And there's a few of you who got it right. So I know there's so many, but the 4 tools that I was talking about was the paper trimmer, the Stamp-A-Majig, the die cut and emboss machine, and the heat tool. Well, these 2 are actually my favorite, and I had a hard time deciding which one was really going to be my favorite. But today, this is my favorite. Only because I use it all the time now, which has really been a fun tool, because it has the cutter and the scoring blade all in one. And you can use it with your 12x12 cardstock or DSP. So that's why this is my favorite. So some of you guessed it right. So I'm going to have Steve zoom in, and so I don't know how we do this. So I have all the names on here that were in the guessed, and then guessed correctly, and one of you is going to win a grand prize. Ready? The suspense is killing me. And the winner is Karen Miller. You are the winner. How fun is that? So Karen actually comes to my Omaha Sand class. So Karen, I'll be getting you your prize probably next time I see you. All right, so remember, when I have contests, I'll put your name in the Wheel of Fun and you could be a winner. Congratulations, Karen. Okay, so today's project, I've gone crazy with this, and I want to show you, and I always think I'm going to have the page marked, and then I forget. Let's see. I'm probably going the wrong way. That's Christmas. Okay, so it's actually the Rustic Harvest Suite, but what I'm going to use today are the leaves. I'm going to show you, because the leaves come in kind of a craft color, but I'm going to show you how you can change them into all different colors. So yeah, so this is the suite, but the actual stamp set that I'm going to use is on the next page, and that's the Fond of Autumn. So that's the set that I'm going to use for the words. So are you ready for this? Because this is going to be super exciting. So the leaves come like, they fall. It's fall. The leaves are falling. This is how the leaves come. Wow, I couldn't have planned that any better. So the leaves come like this, and they're kind of a craft color, which is nice, but I wanted to add more color to them. Now also in this comes the amber gems, but I'm not going to use the amber gems. I'm going to use a different stone. So anyway, that was kind of funny. So what I'm going to do is I'll take one of the leaves, and I want it to be like to show the vines in the leaf. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to fold it kind of in half a little bit, get a nice crease like that, open it up, and then I'm just going to fold into that center line just on one side all the way up, and then do the same on the other side, and it just gives it like the vine. It's divinely. So you have it kind of like that, which is still nice for a leaf. I mean, you can have it just like that, but I'm going to add some color to it. And I think the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to do it with the Cajun Craze. So how I do it, and it's a little messy, there's several ways you can color your leaves, but what I'm going to do is take the Cajun Craze and I'm going to put it down onto the pad itself, and then I like to use Post-it notes. And so I'm going to stick it on here and then just rub around the leaf. The first time I did this, I actually used wax paper, which was good, but when I picked it up, there was still ink all over the wax paper, and it was a mess. So on Post-it notes, it just stays on there, so it doesn't get smudgy. Okay, so you have like that. Okay, set that aside. And then I'm going to use the Stampin' Up! Tweezers to take this off of here and just kind of pick it up. And every time it's different, so you never know what you're going to get. So I haven't even looked at it yet. Let's see. That is so cool. I love how that turns out. I love that when you fold it, it gets darker, like the veins on the leaf. So I'm just going to set it down, and I'm going to take just a towel and kind of just blot it off. Oh my gosh, I love how that kind of has a really unique look to it, because it's still going to be kind of wet. But look at that, how that turned out. Isn't that cool? So I don't know. I just impressed myself by using an ink pad and putting the leaves in it. So I'm going to let that set to the side for a minute. I'm just going to show you some other colors that I did because I got kind of carried away. So this is the Daffodil Delight, and I don't know if you can see them, but they look so real. And I did get smart on the back. I put the initials of the color so I could remember. So that's the Daffodil Delight. This is Pumpkin Pie. That. Here is Cajun Craze that I did. So is anybody watching? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Because I didn't know, since I'm on this other page, it doesn't
Lori
tell me.
says hello.
Oh, hello, Lori. So that's Cajun Craze.
So cool.
Okay, and now this is with crushed curry. Just look at the detail. How it's just so cool. Okay, so I think I put the ink pads away. And then I did, okay, so we all know the color of this, but I cannot read. Speaking of I can't read, I went to the eye doctor today and I have to have cataract surgery, so I'm a little freaked out about that. But everybody's told me it'll be fine. So I thought that said this was the Marilyn Monroe pad. It's not Marilyn Monroe. It's Mary Malone. So I like to call it the Marilyn Monroe. But look at these. I did 2 of these. So this one here, I folded it like I showed you in the beginning, and then inked it up. This one I inked it up and then I folded it after it was dry. There's a little bit of a difference. There's more, you can see that the vine, I keep saying vines, the veins are more detailed because it was folded when it went into the ink pad, and that one's just kind of more subtle. But that is with the Marilyn Monroe pad. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Then I went into greens. So this is Old Olive. Like that. Look, I'm shaking like a leaf. That was funny. Okay. And then this one is Pear Pizzazz. This one I use with the new ink color. This is Parakeet Party. It's a little brighter, like that.
Matches your shirt.
Matches my shirt. Okay, Steve is colorblind.
Sometimes.
Okay. It matches my shirt.
Did it?
Okay. And this is Mango Melody. That's kind of a really nice autumn looking color. And then the last green one is Mossy Meadow. And at first it looked black until it dried. Now I like it. It's kind of a nice darker green. So I thought, what about if we did a color? Like, let's do purple, because there's purple leaves. So I did Highland Heather, and it's kind of just a faint purple. It's still kind of pretty, like that. And then I did Gorgeous Grape, because Gorgeous Grape is gorgeous. And look at that. I love how that turned out. So yeah, like that. Okay, so now look at this. If you want to focus down here, I have a pile of leaves. Isn't that fun? Just, I got all these leaves to play with now. And if I forget what they are, I can flip it over because it'll tell me the initials of the color. So that's my leaves, and I'm sticking to them. Okay, push those aside. So now what I did, once I just did the basic color, I started having some fun by using the sponges and sponging color onto the leaves, the solid color. So let me just show you some of these, how they turned out. So, I don't know, I'm speechless just by adding a little bit of sponging to it. Going around the different colors. This is like my favorite. I love how that one turned out. So I just did the basic, put it in, I folded it, put it in the ink pad, and then let it dry for a couple minutes, and then I used the sponges just to color onto them. Now this one I was sad at first when I did it because the bottom ripped off, but actually it looks a bit more like a leaf because the bottom ripped off. So I was kind of excited how that turned out. And you can put that on a card, you could tuck it under if you don't want anybody to see that. But I'm gonna now use these leaves and make a card and show you. So I'm gonna use the, let me get all the ink pads stacked up here. It's that, the Mary Malone. And remember, do these things because you could be a big winner. Speaking of winners, Karen Milner, you were a winner. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I have a card done, but I want to make one and show you. It's going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to use the Marilyn Monroe, I keep saying Marilyn Monroe, the, you know what it is, for the base. And then I'm going to put, this is our gold metallic paper, and then we're going to put this on top. Just like that. Now, my friend Connie Stewart, she's amazing, by the way. I love watching Connie. She is I don't know how to say it. She's the biggest scrap hoarder. She keeps everything. And so if I were to put this on here and mount it on there, Connie would be shaking her head because we're wasting all of that inside. So what I'm going to do is take the die cuts emboss machine, and I have all these pieces. So I found a die that's, because all I need is just the outer sides. So I don't know if you can see, I'm going to put this in here and just line that up. And I wish that Connie was watching this because she'd be so proud that I'm doing this. So we're going to run this through. And it always sounds like it's breaking, but it's not. I go up and back. The important thing is to make sure that you have it lined up enough so your piece you're putting on top will cover it. Okay, so you take off the die. And the die that I'm using is the rectangle stitches, so that worked perfect to cut that out. So it didn't quite cut all the way, so we'll pop it all out of here. Oh, it's going to be close to the edge, but I think we'll make it. So look, I saved that from nobody ever seeing it, so I can use it for another project. So what I'm going to do is make sure that's perfect. Okay, so let's see. I am going to use just regular Scotch tape just to get it in place. Oops. So nerve-wracking. You know what? I don't need to do that. I have a different idea. Let's take this. So we're going to use the glue. Let's do that. That would make more sense. Because I want to do something to this I forgot. See, we're all human. So this is the glue. And I'm just going to put a little bit. So if you have watched me in the past, I have struggled with the glue for it not coming out, and you can see how easy it's coming out now because I'm actually storing it the way it should be stored, like that, so it stays good to go. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on here, and the nice thing about the glue, it is a little forgiving, so you can kind of move it around before it dries completely. Just center that on there. Perfect. Like that. Okay. The glue's sticky. That's what I don't like about it, but otherwise I really like it. So you have it like that. And then I'm going to just use these leaves that are already done, and I'm going to put them onto the very vanilla cardstock. Now, the one thing that people have issues with the paper trimmer is sometimes you get a rough edge and when you cut, and that does happen. But what I have found, I just have a sand eraser, and it works for all kinds of things. But if you just kind of go along the sides, it'll take all those extra little rough pieces off. So a sand eraser really works good for that. Okay, so I'm going to use some of our new ribbon that's in the Mayni catalog. It's just called Gold on Gold. And remember, I always use ribbon scissors. I have ribbon scissors and I have paper scissors, my paper snips. So I cheat. I'm just going to go along the side and I'm going to do another piece for my tie. Now here's where I'm going to use the tape. Use that. Two pieces. So I'm just going to put some tape on the end here. And I want it to be, about not quite in the middle. Like that. And the reason why I'm doing this is you don't need to waste a lot of ribbon because no one's going to see the back anyway. Another thing that Connie Stewart would be excited about. So I have it like that. Okay, before I get too far, I'm going to go ahead and stamp on here because if I make a mistake, I will really be sad. So we're going to use out of the Fond of Autumn. It's the next page with the suite that I'm showing you. And we're going to use the Marilyn Monroe pad. You all need the Marilyn Monroe pad. And we're just going to put thank you. And I love this set because it's photopolymer. That's my all-time favorite. You can see right where you're stamping. And it's just going to go right there. Just a nice little thank you. Okay? And then, you would clean your stamp. So now I can go ahead and attach this to my card base. And it doesn't take a whole lot of glue. I have found that the more glue you use, it will get a little warpy. So just use a little. So then we're going to pick this up and attach it right onto here. Kind of center it. Like that. Okay. Oops, I need to get my dimensionals. Let's see if I got one right here. Okay. Just keep talking amongst yourselves while I grab some dimensionals. These work. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the leaves that I did. And I am going to pop them up just very, very simple here. I think one will hold it pretty well because I want it to be kind of a free falling. I almost sang free falling. So, okay, we're just going to put these on here randomly, but I'm going to do it how I have my sample card because, don't look at this yet, because I like how this turned out, but I'm doing it a little bit different. Oh, open up. Okay, so we're going to put one like that. I don't know which one I like better. I like them both. Let's do this one. Then this one, we're just going to put it like there. And then this one will go on top of that one. And I don't like how they have these holes in them, but I'm going to show you how we're going to fix that. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just rough these up a little bit. So that way they really look like real leaves. So I want to give a shout out. Today, I forget if I haven't said this yet. Today is my youngest son's birthday, 21. Oh, I feel old. 21. Happy birthday, David. Today, David's 21. The end of the month, you might want to really be praying for the Thiessen boys because Andrew, David, and I are going to go to Las Vegas for a few days for his birthday. Won't that be fun? I'm excited. It'll be fun. Okay, how fun is that? Is that not cool? Those leaves look so real, except normally you don't have leaves with holes in them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Festive Pearls, and I'm going to use, let's see, the gold ones. And I'm just going to put one in there so it looks like that hole should be there, or you can't see it. So like that, kind of covers that up. And then I'm going to put one like right there. So there's 3. You should always go in odd numbers. Since this is a pretty detailed, fun card, I'm going to do 5. I'm going to put one over here. And then I'm going to put one, maybe where, let's see. Well, let's put the rest of the bow on. So this other piece that I cut off, I'm going to slide that under, and I'm just going to tie it into a knot. Okay, and then take your ribbon scissors and turn that down. You guys, this card is beautiful. Love everything about it. Oh gosh, I think I'm gonna send it to myself. Oh, where'd it go?
I don't think you had one on it.
Oh, here, it's still over here. Okay, so I know you're supposed to go in odd numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this one I'm going to put on this leaf, but in a different spot. Like right about there. And sometimes the glue shows, but if you kind of like work it on there. Oh my gosh, you guys, check this out. Is that not like such a cool looking card? And just by using the leaves. Now remember, when you get the leaves, they're a craft color, and I just simply put them in ink pads, folded them, got them all crinkled up to look more like a relief. So to finish the inside, it's going to be very simple. I just took a piece of the Very Vanilla, and I like that you can, with the photopolymer stamps, you can build your stamp. So I have the words, and then I put the leaf on there. So it'll kind of look like the leaf is falling. And you can stamp it all in one shot and not have to worry about it. So we're just going to put that like right here. Pick it up, and it says sending many thanks. So what you could do if you wanted, you could attach a leaf on the inside. You guys, that one turned out so cool. I love how it's like almost two-toned, and it's the same ink pad, just the way I pushed it in the ink pad. But I'm just going to leave it like this because it's just nice and simple. So take the glue. And again, it doesn't take much. I just kind of go around the edges and then a couple squigglies in the middle. I just noticed my clock stopped. It shows still 1:30. No, 1:30. We started at 1 o'clock. Oh my gosh. Normally we start at 1:30. Oh my gosh. Hello everybody. How are you? Did I tell you I have to have cataract surgery? I can't see. Oh my gosh. So I'm actually right on time. Remember my other trick I do? Oh my goodness. I got ink on there because I've been talking. But I'm going to show you a trick. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I go to the edge first. See how I have these smudges on here? You can use your sand eraser. And it won't erase it completely, but it does a pretty good job. Oh my gosh, I got it all over my hands. Well, anyway, if you have a sand eraser, you can erase that. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. So I'll work on that a little bit more. But it's the front. It's just incredibly cool. So there you have it. Today's card with these awesome leaves. And Tom, I almost said it. Do these things on the video, sprinkle it so all your friends can see, and I just want you guys to create with the leaves. They're so cool. All right, well, you never know when I'll come back. I might come back tomorrow and show you David's birthday card, or I might come back tonight. So anyway, for sure, we'll see you next Wednesday. Have a great day, and we'll catch you soon.